Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for hearing us today on the issue of removing fluoride from the water. This effort is being presented, as you know, through the Collier County Republican Executive Committee. I am the co-chair of the Ad Hoc Subcommittee for Agenda 2030. Today, I would like to present a resolution that was passed through the CCREC called the Right to Clean Water. This passed through with 187 yes votes to 1 no vote. I emailed this to all of you previously, so you should have a copy. I'll leave a printout with the court reporter for the record, and I will include our research summary that we sent you. Let me read the resolution for the right to clean water. Whereas Collier County Ordinance Number 2023-18 and Resolution 2023-69 protect the God-given rights of Collier County citizens, and whereas the World Health Organization recommends adding fluoride to water, contradicting Collier County Ordinance 2023-18, Section 10, and Collier County Resolution 2023-69, Section 3. And whereas Collier County routinely adds sodium silica fluoride to its municipal water supply. And whereas numerous medical studies indicate fluoridation of water supplies can reduce children's intelligence. And whereas fluoridation of water is banned in many countries, including China, Austria, Belgium, Finland, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, the Netherlands, Hungary, and Japan. And whereas fluoridation of water infringes upon a citizen's right to choose to opt out of potentially hazardous consumption. And whereas fluoride is readily available via over-the-counter and prescription form to any citizen wishing to use it. And whereas fluoride is the only additive put in the water that is not for sanitation or sterilization. And whereas having sodium silica fluoride stores in water treatment plants could potentially be misused by terrorists to contaminate water supplies to toxic levels. Now therefore, be it resolved that the members of the CCREC recognize our right to clean water and request that the Collier County Commissioners direct our Water Management Department to discontinue adding sodium silica fluoride or any other chemical synonymous with it that is intended to add fluoride to our municipal water supply. That's the end of the resolution. I would like to comment on the violations to the Health Freedom Bill of Rights resolution and ordinance mentioned above. The ordinance is 2023-18, and it states that you will not take directives from the World Health Organization or other international bodies unless compelled by federal or state law. I'd like to point out that the WHO is recommending that we use the fluoride, but it is not a state or federal law, as Commissioner Kowal mentioned. Therefore, we ask you kindly remove the use of fluoride in our county water. Resolution number 2023-69 involves the use of informed consent without interference. We believe that the use of fluoride is a clear violation of the resolution. Anything added to our water for anything other than sanitary purposes should not be allowed. Adding a supplement for health reasons to our water forces citizens to accept it without any way to opt out. It is not the job of Public Works or this county to add medical supplements, but to only provide clean drinking water. We also believe it violates informed consent due to the findings coming out of the federal TSCA fluoride lawsuit against the United States EPA over the neurotoxicity of fluoride chemicals added to public drinking water supply, showing that it lowers IQ in children. In the trial, deposition of U.S. EPA Rep. Dr. Edward Ohanian and CDC Rep. Casey Hannon admitted that the only benefit that they can prove to be safe is a topical use of fluoride. So why are we adding it to the water? Deposition of EPA neurotoxicologist Dr. Stanley Barone Jr. concluded that fluoride has the ability to interfere with the functions of the brain. Deposition of EPA Office of Water Dr. Joyce Donahue concluded that there is a correlation between low-level fluoride in the urine of pregnant women and ADHD symptoms in children. She also agreed that we need to readdress current safety standards in the United States pertaining to fluoride. The primary concerns in this trial, which concludes this week, are the effects on the development of the brain, the thyroid gland, and its effects on the bones, including the ability to weaken bone, bone fractures, and the ability to cause arthritis. The argument here is not, can fluoride affect any of those things? The argument is that if the CDC and EPA agree that the only benefit of fluoride is from topical application, then why would we ever consider drinking it? Especially since it has zero use in keeping our water clean and safe. I sent all the commissioners and Dr. Yilmaz a Children's Health Defense documentary called Fluoride on Trial. I trust that you all watch it as it breaks down and exposes that the US government and its non-elected agencies, such as the EPA and CDC, whom have been suppressing information proving that fluoride is unsafe. This is not my opinion. This is based on FOIA documentation and depositions from the current lawsuit with experimental trials that have been hidden and suppressed since 1942. Data suppression has a real effect on public understanding. It has a real effect on scientific understanding. This court case and its findings have been suppressed by our own US Department of Defense through Admiral Rachel Levine. When you censor health information, you are putting people's lives at risk. The DoD feels it's acceptable to not give informed consent to the American people. This county declared that it would. I ask today that you stand on the Health Freedom Bill of Rights, ordinance and resolution that you signed into law in Collier County on April 11, 2023. Take a stand for our health freedoms and stop the fluoridation in the municipal water supply today. Thank you.
Your next speaker is